Good morning, happy Tuesday. So I'm getting ready to go to my doctor's appointment, and if you remember from a video last week, one day, I think, well, no, it was the week before, I had bought this cheese spinning curl. It was on the Target haul. Oh my God, I love it. I absolutely love it. I used it last week and I went 5 days and did not have to recurl my hair. 5-day hair. So I washed my hair yesterday, so I curled it again this morning, and then all I'm doing at night is, let me spin you around here. All I'm doing at night is putting it up in a satin scrunchie so that it doesn't pull on the hair. I pull it up in a loose bun with the satin scrunchie and take it down the next morning. I didn't have to curl my hair for 5 days. Like, that is so amazing to me. Okay, I'm done bragging now, so let me finish getting ready, and then it's off to see the surgeon and hopefully setting the date. I'm hoping. All done with my follow-up. So apparently I look great according to the doctor. What in the world is going on with my hair? So next step is I have to get a colonoscopy done. So that's scheduled for February 5th. 4 days before that I have to get a COVID test, so that's scheduled for February 1st. And then I come back to see my surgeon April 13th to do another assessment to make sure that I'm good to go for surgery, and then surgery will be scheduled at that time for mid-May. So I'm on the fast track to going back to normal. So now I think I'm going to head over to the Tanger Outlets here in Hershey. I haven't been there for quite a while. I don't even know what's still there anymore, but I'm gonna go check it out while I'm up this way. So on my way to the outlets, I'm going to be passing Hershey Park. I don't know if you can see right over in there. You can see parts of some roller coasters. Directly in front of me is the Kissing Tower, which is one of the original attractions at Hershey Park. And then the other tower is a free fall ride. I've done these rides multiple times growing up in this area. Off to the right is Zoo America, which you're not going to be able to see anything now. It's a lot of indoor attractions. There are some outside animals, but I honestly don't know what they still have anymore. That's the bridge to get to Zoo America by foot when you're in the park. There's some more coasters. Hershey does have a small water, I don't know if you call it a water park, but several water rides. It's not really big. That you can start to see here. You can see the slides up there. This wooden coaster coming up here to the left is the Lightning Racer. 2 tracks that are parallel, and then you race. 2 trains race. There's people working on it standing up there right now. All right, I'm just about at the outlets. The outlets literally are right next to the park. Park is here. Outlets are here. All right, I'm here. I'm gonna check out Under Armour. Oh yeah, this is always my favorite store. I love Kate Spade. Getting a tea. I am frozen going in and out of these stores. Hopefully I'm not too crooked. Got a tea. Yeah, it's like so freaking cold. It says it's 37, but I wore a coat to go to the doctor because I have to walk like an insane way to get to see the surgeon in the hospital outside. They don't have enough parking at this hospital. They're building more parking garages, but oh my God, they need more. Anyway, I knew I had to walk far, so I did bring a coat with me, believe it or not, because if you've been following me for a while, you know I don't do the coat thing. So it's in the back. But going in and out of these stores, I'm not dealing with a coat, because then I get hot inside if I'm in there for a while, and then I come out in the cold air and I'm hot, and I'd rather just scurry as fast as I can from the car to the store, and then I'm driving around. I'm not walking these outlets because I'm not going to hardly any stores. I just was a couple that I wanted to check out. Holy Hannah, that's hot. So I also got myself a cheese Danish from Starbucks because I'm famished. So I'm gonna eat this, and then the next outlet that I'm heading into is the Old Navy outlet. All right, I think my last stop for today is gonna be Vera Bradley. All right, done shopping. So here's some more views of Hershey Park. So you can see the Ferris wheel, more of the roller coasters.
Turn left onto Park Avenue.
It's so sad when it's cold and everything's closed. Okay, so Mike calls and says he needs more protein powder for his protein shakes, and I get that at Target. So I thought, well, I'm going to Target, I might as well hand in my doctor's note to allow me to come back to work. So there's my Target where I work, so I'm good to go. I have to call the main Target number to get me released from medical leave, which usually takes about 72 hours, and then I'll get put back on the schedule. I am so ready to come back to work. You have no idea. No idea. Oh my God. So I'm only going to come back 2 to 3 days a week, 5 hours at a time, to break my body back into getting in that routine again and making sure that I'm still going to feel good. So yeah, now I'm heading home. All right, home. So I'll show you what I picked up today while I was out. So Under Armour, I got Mike a gray long sleeve thermal Henley, and that was on sale for $19.99, which is super cheap for Under Armour, especially their thermals. And then an Old Navy, this is just a short sleeve blue and white striped tee. And then I needed these for work. So again, I have to wear a leggings right now till I get this colostomy reversed. And let me spin you around. Our attire at work for Target needs to be either jeans or khakis from the waist down. Well, I'm not wearing stuff like that right now, so I bought these leggings, and they are a heavier legging. They do have a seam down the front, so they don't look like cheap traditional leggings. And this looks like a denim, even though it's not. And of course, this is the color I can wear on the bottom. So I took these in when I stopped at Target just to make sure management would approve of me wearing these temporarily, and yay, they worked. So they were only $18 a piece, and again, they are super heavy. They're a lot heavier than a traditional legging. So yeah, got those for work. And Kate Spade, I picked up a crossbody, blue with some beige colored flowers. It was on clearance from last summer, so I was excited to get that. And then Target, I picked up a red shirt for work. So that's what that is, just basic red and black plaid flannel. And then the rest of my Target stuff is in the kitchen. All right, so needed aluminum foil, bag of sweet tart hearts. I used the rest of my eggs yesterday, so I picked up some eggs till I get to market to get my favorite eggs. Some wild blueberry white chocolate chunk scones. These are awesome. Warm them up in the microwave for 15 seconds. Oh, yummy. some gum. I keep that in the car. Some hangers, bananas, 2 core bars for Mike, mandarins, Mike's bagels, some chocolate for me, jar of pizza sauce, jalapenos, some Green Machine juice for Mike, some car cleaning wipes to keep in the car, painter's tape Mike needed, another charging cable that I needed for the living room, and then 2 of Mike's protein powder for his protein shakes. And that's it. So now I'm going to put this stuff away and we got to figure out what we're doing with these pork chops for dinner. Do you see that? 47 minutes that I have been on hold trying to get through to Target corporate to get myself put back on the pay and benefits schedule. They warned me it was going to be a long hold time because of so many people being off with COVID and coming back from medical leave. Well, even though I wasn't out for COVID, I was out for other reasons, obviously. I'm in with that group of people, and of course this is corporate. This is nationwide. Oh, seriously, like... Alright, finally starting on dinner. So I have 3 beautiful boneless pork chops here, and I'm just going to season them up good with some Cabela's pecan honey seasoning that I have. And now I'm going to root. I didn't meal plan this week, can you tell? So I'm going to root for some vegetables. Alright, so I have some frozen carrots in a frying pan here that I'm going to start sauteing up. And then when they're just about done, I'm going to cut up I found 3 zucchini in my crisper drawer that needs used up. I'm going to cut those up, add them to the carrots, and that'll be kind of like our mixed vegetable to eat with our pork chops. And I have leftover potato salad we can finish up, and that'll be dinner. You know what, I think I'm going to get some pecans out to actually put on my pork chops and then drizzle them with honey when they're done. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Okay, let's find some pecans. Oh, yeah. So I put some honey down in there to start getting real liquefied. And put some pecans on top. Oh, they're going to be fabulous. And then here is the carrots and zucchini. They're about done. Mike just got home. I hear the garage door going down. So I'm going to plate this up. We're going to have some fabulous dinner tonight. Hey, so it is getting late. Mike went to bed just now. It's 8, well, I shouldn't say it's getting late. It's 5 after 8. But we try to get him in bed by 7:30. He got there a little later tonight. But we found a new program to watch. I had mentioned a few videos ago that we started watching New Amsterdam. Well, he lost interest in that pretty quick. He's not into seeing like that kind of stuff on television, surgeries and blood and all that. It's just not his thing. Blood when it comes to surgery, but he can look at blood with people killing each other. I don't get the difference. Anyway, I'm watching New Amsterdam on my own now when he goes to bed. But we started another program that he found called Ray Donovan. I guess it was originally made for Showtime and they just finalized it. It's not being renewed for an 8th season. So 7 seasons. We're on season 1. We're watching it on Peacock. It's wow. It's an out there show. Like, if you're familiar with Ray Donovan, you know, let me know in the comments what you think of it. It's, yeah, I like it. It's definitely, they don't hold nothing back. So we are enjoying that. So that's why I got a little late getting to bed tonight, because we watched 2 episodes tonight. So anyway, I don't know how many details I said earlier as far as how my appointment went with my surgeon, but he thinks I look fantastic. I have a COVID test February 1st, and then February 5th I have a colonoscopy. I know that sounds crazy, but yes, they're going to do the colonoscopy And they actually go in from 2 holes. So yeah, this is TMI. If you don't want to hear this, you need to turn this video off now. But my rectum is sewn shut, but like a foot in. So they will still go in the normal way for a colonoscopy, in that foot that they can get in there with the camera. But then they will also go in through the stoma and do a colonoscopy that way. I still will have the normal prep like anybody does, only instead of sitting on the toilet all night long, I will be emptying my colostomy bag all night long. The only difference is the stuff that I have to drink is not what you'd normally drink for a colonoscopy. This is some special stuff that had to be called into a pharmacy, and even after insurance, this stuff is costing me $70, $70 for this prep stuff, which is insane. So I will do that February 5th. And then I was surprised I had to do this. Like, I had to go for a colonoscopy, considering they were just in there looking at everything. But the surgeon explained to me that they didn't do anything with the inside. You know, what he did was he told me I had a very big surgery, and they took out over a foot of my bowels. He said, but they didn't do anything with the inside. He said, if we'd have started trying to look on the inside of your colon, he said, human waste would have spilled out all through your abdomen. He says, we did nothing with the inside. You know, we cut you and you know, pulled that area out, and you know, did what they had to do just to get rid of the diseased area, but they did nothing else on the inside of the intestinal tract. But he wants the whole area completely gone through with a camera, so he has no surprises when he goes back in to complete the reversal. So hence colonoscopy. April 13th, I go back to see the surgeon, and we will also meet with anesthesia that day, mainly to discuss pain management, because I have such issues with trying to keep pain under control, because I'm allergic to all of the oxys. I can't take any of those, so it lets a small amount of narcotics available to control pain, and I have to take double of what the normal person does because my body just doesn't respond to these pain meds. Now, when I had this emergency surgery, they gave me an epidural, but the epidural failed. So the surgeon explained to me today that it can happen. It's not me. I've had other epidurals. Like when I had my children, I had an epidural for both the girls. But he said with an epidural, if they're even a millimeter off where they put that in, he said it just doesn't take, and that's probably what happened. So we're going to try the epidural again for this surgery. He says if they can get that to work with me, it will definitely help with my pain afterwards. And I told him, I said, you know, the pain that I experienced after this surgery, my back spasm that I got in the hospital was a heck of a lot worse than the pain from the surgery. It's, you know, that was excruciating. So, unfortunately, though, I will have to be in the hospital for another week with this one. This surgery, when I go in April 13th and meet with him and the anesthesiologist, that is considered my pre-op. At that time, they will schedule my surgery for the month of May. So I'm down to like 4 months. It's crazy that tomorrow will be 7 weeks since I've had the surgery. Like, I'm pushing the 2-month mark already. Yeah, time flies when you're over 50. But this next surgery will be just as bad, if not worse, than the first one. So he had to let me know that and let me know the risks involved, even though the goal is to get rid of the colostomy bag. I could actually come home with an ileostomy during this reversal, which means that is a bag on your small intestine instead of your large. That there are, when they go in to put me back together, while my belly is laid open, they will once they put the two ends of the colon back together, they blast air through there looking for leaks. They blast fluid through there looking for leaks. If it doesn't look like things are going to heal quickly, or if I develop a lot of inflammation, that's when he'll perform an ileostomy to give that more time to heal, which means then another surgery to reverse the ileostomy. He said it doesn't happen often, but it can, so that's what he had to make me aware of. So pray, send warm fuzzies, keep your fingers crossed that I heal quickly. But then once they close me back up, because of all that, the air and stuff, I will be extremely bloated and it will be painful, and I cannot leave the hospital until I get rid of all of the gas and air that is in there, and I will have to have several bowel movements that they will collect and do what they do with them, and they have to see that they are healthy, and they have to get back up to close to normal before they will release me from the hospital. So again, this is going to be another lengthy one. It shouldn't be 9 days like it was for the first one, but you figure the first 2.5 days that I was in the first time was before the surgery was even performed, when they were trying to get the infection under control without surgery. So he thinks by July, provided he doesn't have to do an ileostomy, I should finally be back to my normal self. So this is January, July, 6 months. I can do it. I have to do it. Am I looking forward to losing half my summer to this? Absolutely not. But you do what you got to do. Back to work. No limitations. I can lift again. Now he said don't be going out and trying to move furniture around and lift furniture. Don't be dumb. But I can do more than 15 pounds. And I can eat whatever I want. No restrictions on eating. So I can have broccoli, cauliflower, all that kind of stuff again. Again, because my issue is not food related, and I don't have the colitis, the irritable bowel, the Crohn's disease, I'm not limited on my diet. I can do whatever I want with food. So that was a good thing, because I do miss cooked broccoli. That is one of my favorite vegetables. So I think that's all I have to report. So I think I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to watch an episode or two of New Amsterdam before I go to bed. So thanks for hanging out with me. Tomorrow I have a project in the kitchen that I'm going to work on. So I'll bring you along for that. And of course we have to figure out what we're going to eat for dinner. The dinner tonight was fabulous. Those pork chops, oh, so good. Even if you don't have the pecan honey seasoning from Cabela's, just try that with your pork chops. And you season them with salt, pepper, whatever you normally do. But at the end, put the pecans in there so they kind of toast up in the frying pan and drizzle them with honey. Oh, the combination of the nuts, the honey, and the pork was fabulous. So, I guess that's it. I'm going to sign off, and I will talk to you soon. Good night.